walking out after that Iowa State game?
Devin Williams. We had a quick turnaround. Last year in this situation, we lost to Oklahoma State, and then we had a terrible game against Texas. So we just wanted to fight against, coming out dull. Just come out and play as hard as we could. We know that they were in the same position. They just lost two tough games. Well, just lost a tough one to K-State. So we knew that they'd probably be in the same position, so we just wanted to impose our will on them.
For you, found other ways to get involved in the game today besides scoring. What was that like for you?
Early shots weren't going. I missed a lot of easy shots, a lot of shots that I normally make. But my teammates had it going. We were winning, so I just tried to find other ways to be effective. I tried to get them the ball in positions to score. Just tried to run the team, play good defense.
I feel like that press really bothered them, and did you guys ratchet up there in the second half?
Yeah, we definitely think it bothered them. We watched a lot of film on them, and we saw how they handle pressure in the previous games. No team really pressed as much as we do, so we thought that this would be a good game that we could pressure them, kind of make the bigs handle the ball more than they wanted to, and make them make decisions in the full court, and I think that worked out good for us.
Is this just what you guys needed to get in the right mindset before heading into non-big Saturday?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, every team in this league is a good team, and you can lose on any night, so you have to be ready to play. I think this says a lot about our team, being able to bounce back so fast and, have a win like this against a team like this. It gives us a lot of confidence, and we're feeling good heading down to Texas.
How important was it to not drop a second straight home game? Because you can't afford to lose home games in this league.
Well, our goal is to win the league. And one thing you have to do to win the league is you have to take care of home games. You have to steal some on the road. We already lost one at home, so now we have to steal a couple more on the road, and we have to defend our home.
Yeah, they find me when I'm open. Got to give a lot of credit to guys like Juwan State and Dr. Miles finding me on the wing when I'm open.
The big story tonight is the way the reserves play. Completely overwhelmed Oklahoma. Talk to me about that role from those guys.
That's our whole style of ball. We go like 11, 12 deep on our bench. So when guys get tired from pressing a lot, we can bring in another guys that can contribute the same amount of energy that those guys have.
Did you sense Oklahoma getting fatigued mentally and physically?
Yeah, we knew they didn't have a lot of depth into their bench, so that was our goal, to get them real tired early.
Good job.
Javon, it's one thing to do this against a team like VMI, but against a Big 12 opponent, that's got to say a lot about your performance.
I don't look at opponent as to being down to their competition. I just go out there and play every game the same. Whatever happens, happens.
That span where you hit three straight three-pointers, did you just have a feeling like no matter what happened, it was going in?
Yeah, well, it wasn't three straight. It was 3 out of 4. If you remember the shot at the top of the key that hit the side of the backboard, I knew if I didn't hit my next one, I knew I was coming out because of how bad I missed it. So, I really concentrated on hitting my next few that I took.
Javon, having Juwan and Gary kind of struggle offensively, but still being able to run the offense, Devin was really praising that and felt like they got you all in a good position to make something happen tonight. You feel the same way, or?
Yeah. In practice we go at it very hard, so I've been gaining a lot of confidence at running the point. Because they put me up there a lot. But, defenders like Juwan State and Gary Brown after you, if you can contain with them, I feel like I can contain with anybody in the country.
How important was it to not let Saturday's setback affect you 2 games in a row and then have a big road game this Saturday?
We knew we lost, tough loss. We knew we had to shake it off and come back. Because Coach Bob Huggins, he always saying that if you want to win this league, you got to win at home. And we knew we couldn't lose 2 in a row at home.
On some other games, not scoring a lot of points, but I did 32, I think, in the first half. Do you guys talk about it at all, or anything of it?
After that loss, in film, we just talked about how we need to be more aggressive and look to, make a couple plays instead of, letting the first team do it and let us come up with more energy. Match the energy as the first team.
You guys won a game tonight against a ranked team by 20-some points, and State didn't get a basket until a minute and a half left in the game. And that means someone else had to be doing an awful lot. And most of it was guys off the bench. I mean, how many times a year can that happen?
I mean, it's very unpredictable when it can happen. When we all come to play, we play pretty good, so it can happen at any time. It can happen at any time. A guy can be playing better than the other game. It just depends on who comes ready to play, really.
How important was it to not let one loss become 2 losses?
It was very important, not to come out sluggish, come out with intensity and just let it go, get ready for Oklahoma. Watch film, went over pretty hard in practice, came out and did what we had to do, executed everything we needed to do.
Nate said it took the load off his shoulders when he made the basket. I mean, it looked like it took the load off everybody's shoulders. Is that fair to say? Everybody jumped up, I know.
Elijah, it looked like both sides of the ball, you were feeding off of each one, getting better throughout the game. Is that something that you try to work on, getting better on defense and letting it affect your offense?
Yeah, every day. I try to go, as hard as I can in practice, so it won't be as hard as in the game. I won't be so off balance. I've been trying to get back right since I've been not playing for the last 2 years. So it's been pretty fun and learning how to get back right and learning how the D1 system really.
Things start to feel like they're coming together a little bit for you today?
Slowly but surely, yeah.
After the Iowa State loss, in the press conference, Bob Huggins had said that he wasn't sure if you were ready when you did come in. Coming in today and putting up was 9 or 10 points, and then Nate coming in and putting up some production. What do you think that says about the depth of this team?
It just shows that everybody has their ups and downs. Really, you might have somebody else playing better one game, the next game they might do so well. So it's really a game of ups and downs, really, and just learning how to be mentally strong and play through it.
How does it feel to have a big night?
It feels very good. I've been waiting for it for a while now, so it feels good to get that off my shoulder.
Get your confidence back up.
Definitely get my confidence.
How important is it to win games in the Big 12? Was that a conversation you guys had? Yeah, we had a lot of conversations like that. We know it's important to protect home court. We let ourselves down against Iowa State, and we were determined not to do that anymore. So that's out of the door. We just got to keep building on this and get these away games.
The way this conference is constructed, I mean, ranked teams everywhere, one loss can turn into 2, 3, 4 in a row. I mean, was this one even more critical heading into a tough game in Texas?
Yeah, we knew Oklahoma beat Texas, but we knew we had to get to them first because they was feeling confidence, and then not because they lost home. They lost at their home, so we knew this was a big game. We had to get them out of the way. Now we got to focus on Texas, and we know Texas is a tough place to play at. So we're just gonna do like we usually do on the road. Play together, play hard, just do what we do, get the win.
I thought the spacing was really good. They did some really nice things. We turned a bunch of people loose to the right. I thought their game plan was really good. I just thought ball pressure was much better than this. I thought ball pressure was very good. It was more of it ended up because of what they did, more man-to-man, and they did zone press tonight, and really it's a zone press. They just kind of made us play man-to-man, and when you got somebody like Buddy Hill down there, you got to pay attention to him. You don't want them to break pressure and throw the ball to him, so I thought our ball pressure was very, very good. And I thought everybody that we brought in really added to it. But I do think, though, David, I think it still was a cumulative effect. I don't think some of their guys were as effective at the end. They had to do a lot more than probably what they normally have to do in terms of on the ball and ball before it gets pressure.
seemed like all the things you talked about being bad in the last game, passing, beating Adrian and all come along, turn around. How did you manage to get that to happen in a couple of days?
Well, I think we watched 4 hours of film on Sunday. And it's hard to hide in film, when you just keep looking at it. And I think they walked out of there not thinking, but knowing that they had to do a better job. I thought Nate was terrific. Nate made some huge plays for us. Got his hands on balls, made steals. I thought he was really good. And when you think about this and a lot of people now when you think about it, they're using their bigs to try to break pressure. So now they've got to bring the ball to the floor and try to get it to a guard so they can get into where they want to get into, or ball screen or whatever. And then when the shot's taken, then John Holden runs like, and he does run now. So he runs like crazy the other end. So now you're sprinting like crazy to try to catch him down the other end so he doesn't get a layup. And he does a good job of pushing it, so if he's open, we'll get it to him. And so they just constantly run. You don't do it every game. We do. But they don't. Other people don't.
Coach, is this the best example of what you were talking about earlier in the season about wanting your 12 to be better than their 12 or your 13 to be better?
Well, Tony said at one time in the game, I don't know, this is Tony's stats, it's not mine, but Tony said at one time our bench had 40 and they had 40. That's pretty good.
Motion to be
Probably not, but I thought he was really good the second half. In terms of hitting assists, I bet you most of the second half. And controlled the game. He just controlled the game for us. And he got us into what we needed to get into. We moved the ball. I think I said Velcro fingers. We had, the Saturday game. And we had a couple guys that kind of started that. And so I took them out and sit there and watch me pass it for a while. And teach them to do it. And we're better when we pass the ball. We get penetration when we pass the ball. It just opens up driving lanes for us. When we stand and hold the ball, they're gonna run it up. No, Nate does a lot of things. I mean, trust me, it's a whole lot better when Nate makes shots. Nate does a lot of things.
Bob, I know you were worried, or you said that you were worried about, let down close loss at Iowa State, similar to Oklahoma State. I thought the team came out with a lot of energy tonight. Is that what you preached, what you expected? More than you expected?
No, because I think this is a much more competitive group. But I felt like I had to bring it up and I had to talk about it because you don't want one loss to lead to another loss. And that's kind of what they preach in professional sports. You lose an extra inning game in baseball, you don't want to lose the next day because you lost an extra inning game today. You should win. You should win the same thing in basketball. The thing that all these guys that talk to me about coaching in the NBA said the one thing that you will have to learn is just you can't hang on to a loss. You gotta let it go. That's hard for me. That's really hard for me. I have to do my best to make sure that they do.
Are you happy with where you are heading into the Texas game?
No, I'd like to be 17-0. I think we very well could be. You know, I think we could be 17-0. I think we really got to get away from this. Like, we can't do anything about this now, but I'd be a lot happier if we were 17-0.
He was actually kind of showing off a little bit at the end, making all the threes. Have you ever thought of putting him in the starting lineup?
No. Because Mitch, I mean, we don't have a platoon system, but I have to make sure that we have guys that can do certain things with, you know, each unit that's in there. I can't have 3 perimeter guys in there that guard like crazy. That, you know, they're not a perimeter threat. You still have to have some balance. And he understands that. I mean, Javon is kind of about a lot of things. I think is wise beyond his years. But he comes from a great program, you know, great condition, great program. Used to learn.
Do you see his ability to play defense at the level he does so quickly, contributing to his confidence on the offensive end too?
That's what attracted us to him to start with, was he got his hands on an enormous amount of balls. And like every time we watch him, we're like, man, he gets his hands on so many balls, and then you watch him go closer, and you know, he's got pretty decent ball skills, and he can make shots. He's competitive. He's really competitive.
Bob, I want to let you enjoy this, but I have something, a question for
you know, it wouldn't be you if you didn't.
Well, timing's everything, right? And your front court played much better today. Is that important going into Saturday, or do you think that your quickness defensively is a good counter to their size? A good enough counter to their size?
Well, I think they're different, like totally different than what we faced Saturday and today. They don't have George Niang who can handle the ball and pass the ball. They don't have, you know, I thought Thomas had the ball a lot of times for him in the first half. I don't see their bigs doing that. They may come down and set a screen, or they may come down and, you know, get it inbound, but then they're going to look for somebody passing. They're not going to try to advance. They're not going to do it. Now, Jonathan Holmes, maybe they're playing in the 3. So, you know, it's an entirely different problem.
Is there any way you can, I don't know if simulate's the right word, but you know, Devin and Bolton are going to have to prepare for 6'9", 6'10", 260, 270. You know, how do you get them prepared for that over the coming days?
Well, probably the same thing the people in Texas are saying. We hope they don't shoot us out of that 2-3 zone, because how are we going to keep up with those guys who are as quickly and long and fast as they are? You know, we have to take what we do well and try to do it rather than doing what they